spinning around as Setzer comes up, goes by on the outside, as does Toby Butler in truck number 21 up there. And as we speak, Dennis Setzer has taken the Dodge behind the wall.
Wow. Setzer retiring. This at lap 73. Field coming down to take green. We're back underway. This coming at lap 79 of the 200 to be run at Colorado National, the NASCAR Super Truck Series. Ron Hornaday set sail. He's in front. Right behind him is the lap machine that spun Legacy, that brought out that third caution of the day.
Ken Allen has taken his truck behind the wall, and we mentioned as we went away to break in that Dennis Setzer had gone behind the wall. Apparently went in for an adjustment. He's back out now. He's being shown one lap down in 17th position.
Leader continues to be Hornaday, with Butch Miller in second. The number 75 white and blue truck is in third at Sedgwick. And following him comes Skinner in fifth. Rutland is in sixth. Corelli stays in seventh. We believe Resendez is in eighth, but he's been shown a lap down. They put him back up there yet? No? We'll wait on that one a moment from NASCAR. Let's go to Mike Joy.
Rich Latenda, what did you guys do to Dennis Setzer's truck when he pitted?
We put 2 turns in the left rear, took 2 out of the right rear, took the tape off. It was running a little hot, tried to make it get around these turns a little better.
What did the right rear look like?
We didn't get a chance to really look at it. We tried to get them out fast as we could so we don't go down any more laps.
Okay, he lost a lap on the racetrack, but as Ned pointed out, did not lose another one when he pitted.
Good fight for second place here, Ned.
Yes, between Butch Miller running in second place and Sedgwick in third. Now they come up on Scott Legacy, moving on the outside of him. Scott just went a lap down when he spun out. He's been trying to get that lap back, but hasn't been successful at it.
Joe Rutland in a backup truck. Heavy debris run. You see him there, that red truck, Coca-Cola truck, just coming into your picture behind these two. Sedgwick on the outside, working Legacy.
Sedgwick just cannot get the traction he needs on the outside.
Rutland trying to close in a little here. Rutland in the red and white, number 84, moves up a bit.
He's the points leader. You can see there, 8 points ahead of Mike Skinner.
And those guys have been swapping the point lead around. Good point scrap in the Super Truck Series as he gets ready to move to Topeka, Kansas. Trouble happening in turn number 3. Number 10 all the way around. Dennis Woolridge of Riverside, California, moving his machine.
T.J. Clark has spun around as well in truck number 23.
Chandler, Arizona driver down on the inside of the track. So that gets us to the 4th caution of the afternoon. Caution number 4. 17 laps thus far of the 85 run have been under yellow. Everybody rights themselves and ready to come on again.
One thing about it, you see some damage to the 10 truck on the left rear fender, but on a track this size, you can get in an altercation of that sort and many times not do a great deal of damage to your vehicle, and you can continue on.
But you do get bounced around a little out there every now and then on a short track.
Get beat up a little bit.
But you can see you got beat up a little bit right out there.
But that shouldn't really hurt the running of this truck too much.
Now get well, Stan, for Stan Fox.
And we certainly all do wish him well. He's has made tremendous strides since his accident at Indianapolis, and we all keep him in our prayers and wish him the best.
Wanted very much to be in this series this year. I think Setzer's car can give us a picture of what happened here.
Well, there was a little bit of bump onto Steve Portengay.
And I think Portengay was backing up. There was a car spun in front of him, so he got whacked in the back. Part of short track racing. Back up for something in front of him, you're apt to collect a couple more. Big time.
And we aren't too far from the halfway point.
Working the 87th right now under yellow. There's the running order for you folks with Hornaday, Miller, Sedgwick. Top 3 pretty much as it's been since the outset. Second half ought to be a doozy here today. Dick Burford.
Well, the 10 truck being driven today by Dennis Woolridge was originally driven by Stan Fox. Its owner, Alex DeCure, said he has brought the truck here to run specifically to put it on television so that he could say to Stan Fox, "Get well, Stan," and there's more. He says whenever Stan gets ready to race, if he ever wants to race again, this truck is his ride.
All right.
Nice gesture. Fourth caution of the day. Stan Fox, you know, there was some talk about him coming to Winston Cup racing 2 or 3 years back. What a great addition he would have been.
Oh, certainly.
Hope he
Very
does get
talented
the chance
young
to
man.
come back. Going to be a change of race director here in this series. John Colden is getting ready to step down, unless Otten's going to take over in that role. As they move on to Topeka, Kansas, head back toward the east, they'll be in Flemington, up in Flemington, New Jersey with these super trucks pretty soon. But Topeka is the next stop with a new race director.
Wayne Oak.
Wayne Oak.
Taking over this division.
You know how we are. Got a manufacturer's point standings coming up, Ned.
Chevrolet, of course, with 9 wins in the lead by a pretty substantial margin, 87 to 59 for Ford. Dodge has 44. And we're about ready to go green flag racing again.
Pace truck is off, and we're ready for green with, as we come down for a start, Hornaday in front, Miller in second, Sedgwick third, Joe Ruttman's Ford there in fourth, followed by Mike Skinner's Chevy, Rick Corelli next, then Resendez in seventh, Jack Sprague in eighth, Walker Evans having a terrific run in ninth, and PJ's there in 10th. Have 11 cars in the lead lap. Portengate completes that lead lap.
The first truck a lap down is Scott Legacy, who is right behind the leader, Hornaday. He would love to get past him before this halfway comes up here in just less than 10 laps. But he's not going to do it. He spins a little bit going into turn. Miller gets by him. Here comes Sedgwick by him. So it looks like Scott will go into the halftime break a lap down.
Little handling problems you could see on that number 24. Tell me they don't get some speed on these short tracks.
Motor right along. For Hornaday, he has a lot of experience on this racetrack, and he's showing that experience now, knowing exactly how hard to drive that truck, how to keep it straight.
But closing back in is Butch Miller. Miller's coming back up on him with Sedgwick with 8 laps to halftime. He's cut that distance down by about 20-25%. Number 98 and Sedgwick stays right there in the 75.
Every one of them are saying, boy, we just need a little bit of an adjustment here now at this halftime, and we can get him. Of course, Hornaday might have an adjustment or so that he needs to make, although it doesn't look like he would need an adjustment, but they might make a slight one to it.
Sedgwick, the 1991 and 92 Winston West champion with 15 wins in those 2 seasons, closing on Miller, the 3-time American Speed Association champion, the ASA champ, moving in, closing on Hornaday as we get toward halftime.
And Joe Ruttman moving up, trying to pass Mike Skinner on the outside for the 4th position, but couldn't quite make the pass going into turn 1 as we watch the first, second, and third place trucks here. About 5 more laps till the halfway.
Skinner moves around and he gets the spot. He's up into 4th. Ruttman to 5th. Swindell running very slowly down the main straightaway into turn number 1.
It looks like he's lost power.
Tennessee are over, and he has lost power. He's dropped to the bottom of the track, and you can see Swindell just easing around here as we get down to the end of this one.
Boy, he wishes that thing would have gone just a few more laps. He could have gotten to halfway, and then whatever the problem is, maybe could have gotten it fixed. And boy, there are some
cautions out. They threw a yellow.
And we got a spin over there as Glanville gets into the 23 of Clark, T.J. Clark, as they all were slowing down because of the Swindell truck down on the inside, and they went in there 3 and 4 abreast, and there just was not enough room for all of them.
Second time that the 23 has done a 360 out here today. 5th caution of the first 100 laps.
And you can see a little portion of the bumper or something hanging loose from T.J. Clark's truck. Rear air dam, I guess. And here's
Jerry
the damage to Jerry Glanville. He hit Clark in the rear going into turn 1, and that's what Colorado actually coming off of turn 2.
Now, there's a guy who really likes his racing, too.
Oh, he loves it, yeah.
In fact, he started back in '57. He was a drag racer. Used to have a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, drag race motorcycles. Let's look at that spin again, Ned.
Okay. As to go into turn, you see the Swindell truck down on the inside, and there you can see the 81 of Glanville getting into the T.J. Clark number 23, and around he goes. And we'll take a look from the inside Dennis Setzer's truck. Right up in front of him, he sees it happening. You see what happened there? Glanville saw the truck. Once he got on the inside, he saw the 38 truck of Swindell sitting down on the inside. And he said, I got to move up the racetrack a little bit or I'm going to rear end him hard. And there just wasn't room up there, so he moved up into the T.J. Clark truck.
Coming down to end this first segment and send them back to the pit area. First half just about over as they clear the track, and they're going back into the pits off turn number 2 right now, with Hornaday in first, Miller in second, Sedgwick in third, Skinner in fourth, Ruttman in fifth, and Corelli in sixth. We have 11 cars in the lead lap as we get ready for the second half. It ought to be a dandy, Ned. That's the end of the first half, and we'll return to Colorado after this message and a word from your local station. Back with you once again here on the CBS Sports Show at Colorado National. Halftime, and let's go to Dick Berggren.
And I'm with a guy who's led all the laps so far, Ron Hornaday. It looked awful good in the first half, but it's the second half that counts.
Well, I'll tell you what, Doug Richards and the guys on this team with Papa John Chevrolet, RCCA's #1 in diecast, but I'll tell you what, they did a great job. We'll see what happens in the second half. That didn't pay enough in the first half, so we're going to go out there and see what we can do the second half.
Well, now, you were talking about slipping and sliding and have to be really careful with the throttle. How does the truck feel?
Well, who came up with the egg deal, you know? It's one of them things. You can't touch a gas pedal. Dennis Fisher put a good motor under this truck here, and all the guys back at the shop at Dennis Fisher. So, I mean, you just got to baby this thing off. We got more power than we can ever use right now. We tried a fourth gear deal and tried to lug the motor. It didn't work. So we got to run it in third gear and just baby it.
What they've got here, kid, is a transmission that allows them to have either third gear or fourth gear. It's a Jericho transmission, and he's got his choice, and he was going to try fourth. It obviously hasn't worked. Mike Joy.
I'm with Rick Corelli's truck. You don't think that these tires throw some rubber and use it up. This is just what's from inside here. Rick, how does the truck feel, and what are you changing?
What we're changing, Mike, we're so loose after about 40, 50 laps. We're going to make about a 180-degree change here. We're going to change the front pan. We're going to change some rear shocks. And we're going to take some tape off the front end. We're going to see if we can hope this Total Petroleum Chevrolet. I mean, we can't even touch the throttle out there. And, I mean, it's track position. And, I mean, that 16 truck's showing you how he's running away, not spinning the tires.
Okay, that's Rick Corelli. Well, it's a little warm for ice racing, but that's what it feels like. Jack Sprague's right over here. And, Jack, you had a good run in the first half, and it looked like you were just kind of taking it easy trying to save your tires. How slick is it out there?
Let me tell you, it's terrible. First of all, I got to thank Roofing Contractors Incorporated. They come on board with us for this race. It's a local company, and we really appreciate it. Performance race car crew's doing a heck of a job. Terrible loose. I got her qualified decent, but I'm no chassis man. We're doing the best we can without a sponsor, and we need one back because I need a chassis man. But
what are you going to change?
We change everything.
Okay. Let's go back upstairs.
So it's halftime here. Halftime at Colorado National, and we're down in the locker rooms with the drivers and finding out what they're making for changes on their trucks as they get ready to go. And let's go to Dick Berggren for another update.
Miller, where he has been following that number 16 truck, it seems, all afternoon. Butch, we're looking at your truck. There's water coming out of it. They're changing the carburetor. What is going on here?
You know, it looks a lot more serious than it is. We're running about 220 out there, which I don't think is very bad for a day like today. But the biggest problem is I've got like an on-off switch for a carburetor. So it's either won't run.
Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Jack Smalley. The National Weather Service here in Lexington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30 tonight for you folks in Bourbon County.
22 laps or better, 26 laps under caution in that first 100 laps of competition. So we're here at halftime. We'll get back into the pit area and let you meet some more of the stars that are here in super truck racing for NASCAR. Colorado Nationals, where the action is today.
Welcome back to the sports show and Super Trucks, and we're with Mike Skinner. He had been running 4th before the break. You also hadn't liked your truck before the race started, but it looks pretty good now. Is it better?
Well, the GM Goodrich